Alright, guys. Alright, so before you ask me, no, I am not going to make a video on the whole. I'm not going to make a video about the Biolante Kaiju Universe remodel because they changed the requirements for it and stole my monster Kaiju that I worked so hard for. So no, I'm not going to do that. And also, now I hate Promedio games. I'm still going to play Kaiju Universe. I'm going to make videos about it, but no, I actively do not like that. But now we're going. In this video, we're going to watch this Dangerville video. This huge titan dwarfs Godzilla and Shimo. Now, if you don't know, Shimo is the ice monster. That's like the first monster ever in the lore. You probably know. So yeah, let's just dig in.
Godzilla Kong: The New Empire is said by the director himself to have the most massive threat yet in the series, in the form of the Scar King. Now this is likely in a figurative sense, but he also does state that Scar is indeed larger than Kong. And spoilers, everyone, the recently semi-revealed new titan called Shimo has also been shown to be far larger than Kong and even Godzilla in his evolved form. And we see all this thanks to the merchandise showcasing the scale between these.
And also, yeah, I'm getting these two. I'm getting this entire set, but I'm starting with Godzilla evolved in Kong.
Two monsters. And we can't forget the old Call of Duty Easter egg cave art. Side by side, Shimo is clearly bigger than the G-Man. But I don't know about you, but it seems like everyone is missing this. Hidden in the trailer, and throughout the recent monsterverse, is evidence to support even bigger titans. There very well could have been a species of mega titan that once roamed the Hollow Earth. One that would terrify them all. President, this is Jacob. Let's go back to the New Empire trailer. We saw so much in this teaser for the film that it was easy to have missed a few potential hidden secrets. While everyone was looking at what color Godzilla was, they may have snuck in proof of these mega titans.
The pink Godzilla is awesome. I'm going to say this. It looks super cool. It is one of my top 10 Godzilla designs. It's literally so good.
Let's go to the scene with a large gathering of the other Kong species members in the Hollow.
I like this fight,
in this shot, the sheer sight of that many Kongs distracts your eyes away from what's right in front of you. You tell me, do these look like rib bones of a long-faced megatitan? They sure do to me. These massive structures reach out from the ground and have that very evident ribcage shape to them, even if the other side is missing. And these things are massive. They appear to be many times larger than the apes there that must be around 100 feet in height, because another scene in the trailer shown us that they're all in the same ballpark in terms of size as Kong. If these are rib bones, then that would mean the creature they came from was thousands of feet in size. Now I know there's plenty of you out there that may not be total believers yet in this theory, and that's why I searched through Monsterverse history and found even more evidence of the Mega Titan. And this monster very well could have been horrifying. Not as horrifying as Identity Fraud, and you can help fight off.
Alright, this is obviously an ad for like a VPN or something. But what if that's the actual they just tricked us and said that that's the actual villain of the entire movie? We thought Shimo was it, but it turns out it might actually be this 1,000-foot tall monster. And what if it's not actually dead? Well, yeah, what I just said would imply that, but
the headaches by having Aura take care of it for you. And they don't just play Big Brother trying in one affordable center. So if you don't want to be exploited for the benefit of evil people from all over the world.
But
back to the fantasy monsters now. Who here remembers the Skull Island cartoon that came out on Netflix
earlier this year?
Anyone?
Yes. And also Dog, the character called Dog in that show, one of easily the best Monsterverse Kaiju in the best Titan ever. I'm just gonna say that.
Jokes aside, evidence of massive titans can also be found in the series. We all gave that show a hard time for feeling out of place in the Monsterverse, but it's looking to have at least some continuity with the new movie. More of these ribcage bones could also be seen in one of the episodes in that series. I made a video on it back then, but never had any expectation of these rib bones ever amounting to anything greater than just a cool set piece for the show. Clearly, it supported the idea of Mega Titans, though. And since our Kong was supposed to be around 200 feet tall in that show, these bones still had to have belonged to a monster larger than any we have seen so far in the monsterverse. So are you still having a hard time picturing Mega Titans in the monsterverse? Alright, here's one last bit of evidence. And it's the most definite answer to our question yet. So there's a lot to be said for Legendary and these toy companies revealing a lot of the secrets for the movie that even the trailers gave no proof of. I mean, you go into a Walmart and you see the Shimo guys staring at you and the only interaction you had with this new movie was just the trailer, and you'd be like, what the heck is this thing?
I'm gonna say this, I have not seen any, and I mean any, Godzilla toys in my local Walmart or Target. But I think it's just because Delaware would be goofy. That's all I'm gonna reveal on location. I'm in Delaware.
Here we are, and here is the back of one of the toy boxes. You see Godzilla and Shimo, and behind them you see a full set of 100% rib bones. The box itself even calls them the Bone Cage. As always, everyone, this is purely speculation for a bit of fun, and there's always the tiniest chance that the movie will give some boneheaded reasoning behind the structures appearing to be ribs, and they end up not being rib cages at all or something. But I just don't see that being the case. I do believe these came from a Mega Titan from the Hollow Earth's ancient past, from a time even older than Godzilla and Shimo, perhaps. Now, your guess is as good as mine when it comes to what this creature could have been. It's safe to assume the Monsterverse creators probably have not even thought that far. For all we know, they could have added the remains of an ancient Mega Titan, because it just so happens to make quite the badass set piece for a Kaiju face-off. Yeah. But in my mind, I go to Greek mythology to paint a picture here. Now, I know we call Godzilla and the others Titans, but what if they were actually more like the Greek gods? And these remains are from the Monsterverse equivalent of the Titans in ancient Greek lore. But let's take a more science-based route here. I could see a situation in which these newer, more adaptable and quickly reproducing creatures that we call Titans in the Monsterverse simply beat these Mega Titans in the Great Evolutionary Race. It's happened time and time again in our real world, with probably the most famous example being the dinosaurs. Just like we humans look like tiny creatures in the shadow of these ancient behemoths, perhaps the Kongs and other species of the Hollow Earth are living in a similar situation.
Oh, that'd be insane!
Titans, or if there's a chance
bro, what if there's like a Hollow Earth? Like,
cool
underneath the Hollow Earth there's more Hollow Earth.
Are like us humans, and these remains are like...
What if, like, underneath the Hollow Earth there's more Hollow Earth with, like, these, like, ancient Mega Titans? That would be insane!
Their versions of the dinosaurs. Let's bounce back to the bone cage diorama. Now, if it said rib cage, I would just leave it at that. But it says bone cage, which makes me think this is actually a structure used with the intent of keeping something in, like a cage. Since Shimo is in the picture here with it, it makes me think that perhaps Scar keeps Shimo jailed in a sense in the...
I think it's just a rib cage, but with being a rib cage combined with it being like some sort of a prison for Shimo. But wait, I don't think Shimo's being mind controlled, because like something as old as Shimo would be like a more wise to not fall for any tricks. So I think, in fact, Shimo is controlling Scar King. And also, want to know how I think Ghidorah got frozen? It wasn't from Shimo working with Godzilla. Shimo was Ghidorah's getaway driver. Ghidorah was like almost about to die, and Shimo was like, "Here, hide in this ice." So Shimo breathed the ice blast on Ghidorah, so Ghidorah could hide. That's what's happened.
But I'm having a really hard time believing a Titan of Shimo's supposed power would be able to be held back by some bones. But tell me what you guys think. At this point, everyone, these rib bones may end up being nothing more than set pieces to help in making a sick, nasty environment for the monsters to be in. But that still doesn't mean it's not evidence that Mega Titans did exist. And there's an old quote that I think we all can agree on here. There's always a bigger fish. Alright, so...
Yep, there's always a bigger fish.
At Sara Lee Bread, we believe that sharing good food with your family is
about Sara Lee.
Alright, so here I am in the flesh, and now we're going to go back to a community post I made last week asking you guys, do you think the Monsterverse needs bigger Titans? Titans. I did a poll, so let's see what you guys have to say. And so it looks like 65% of you said that bigger is better, while 35% of you said that it's not the size that
vote
matters.
on this.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and read through some of the comments. Alright, this one right here is actually pretty good. Monster
Ignore my
Kid Corey said, one of the coolest things about Singular Point and -1 is that the kaiju were smaller.
What?
There's a different kind of horror in a kaiju that is still big, but not too big to
Yeah, and also, wait, it has been so long since anyone has talked about Singular Point!
you out and hunt you. Personally, I think he meant not too big to where it doesn't want to not actually, you know what I mean, he can actually like see you. He's not too big like what Godzilla, monsterverse Godzilla is. He's so big,
yeah.
He's just towering over you. He can hardly notice you, but these smaller creatures, these smaller monsters, they're hunting you kind of like what we see the dinosaurs do in the Jurassic Park series. And now I've personally always agreed with this. I think it's always good to have monsters in any sort of monster film that are, I don't know, a size that will allow them to hunt down us humans, to kind of give that personal, that extra little bit of fear that we don't get when something's just unridiculously huge. I mean, obviously we're terrified of something that big, but at the end of the day, it's not like we have to worry about him, you know, like ripping our entrails out in front of us. You know, it's a different level of fear when it's small enough to where you actually feel it kill you. It's getting dark here right now. All right, let's move on. Toku Writer 2872 gives a very honest take. They say, whatever Titan size is what is necessary for the story they are telling. If they need to be bigger, go ahead. If they need
and also,
to keep
I'm just gonna say, I need to say this, like when Godzilla's in the water, he seems to be bigger. Like in Godzilla vs. Kong, he could fit on one ship, but he can like literally split through the other.
And that's fine too. He's pretty much just saying, whatever makes the story more epic, do it. Like, yeah, I agree with that. Cody Hendrick, you sound like a NASCAR driver or something. You give a funny little one right here. You say, as a certain Godzilla poster once said, size does matter. That is a famous poster, sure. Here's a different take on the size of the monsters in the monsterverse. Chompy Dude. Chompy Dude? If they make the Titans too big, it becomes too unreasonable. Pretty much meaning that the larger the monster gets, the more, I don't know, unplausible it becomes. The less realistic, the less believable. So I think that's good for now, everyone. If you want more videos like this, you know what to do. Subscribe, share this video around, do all that YouTube stuff. And as always, this has been Jacob, and I will see you in the next one.
Also, a reminder, you gotta subscribe to Dangerville too. I'm already subscribed. See? And also, I'm doing this before I watched the Riot Reacts reaction, because he made a reaction. I got a notification before I made this video, but I did not want to be influenced by his comments. So, and also, make sure to also subscribe to Riot Reacts. And also, I don't know why Dangerville's getting made for kids stuff. And also, I hope this video isn't considered made for kids. Alright, like, subscribe, make sure to get me to 50 subscribers, you know? You already know that drill. If you didn't, that's on you for not watching the video where I announced it. Either way, like, subscribe, and peace out.